Chris Ald's Beckett Media here with another edition of Bustin Wax. I'm going to do another throwback box bust for you guys, and this time it's a little wrestling action. A box of 2008 WWE Heritage Chrome, which is 24 packs. This is a hobby box. You can tell by the, well, it's covered up here with the little hobby logo right there. This box has a Steve Austin sticker on the front. So if you want to see this box open, give me a hell yeah. No. Anyway, I picked up a couple of these boxes at a really good price. I already opened one off the air, so to speak. Here's some of I'll give you some highlights from that first. Not much of a big time name, but a Chuck Palumbo X-Fractor. Those are two in my previous box. The other one, Chris Jericho. I got 4 refractors. Jimmy Superfly Snuka on the 87 Topps design, which is pretty cool in refractor land. Doesn't really work here on the camera. Little Snitsky, probably not a refractor I needed. John Morrison. Maria Kanellis, refractor. And my autograph, which are found 1 per box, was a Layla L. Believe it or not, I bought a lot of wrestling. I don't have her autograph, so there's one that I have added to the collection. So enough of that. I'm going to rip one for real. The retail versions of these had relic cards. Hobby boxes just have the 1 autograph per box. So this may be kind of a dry break until we find the hit. The per pack odds, autographs 1 in 24, refractors are 1 in 6, so there's 4 per box, X-Fractors 2, so that last box was good. There are superfractor cards, which are numbered, and they are 1 in 404 packs, so odds are we're not going to get one. And John Cena is on the front of every wrapper. Ironically enough, he thinks he's a rapper, so therefore, hey, why not? These are going to be a little tougher to open. They're very tight plastic. The regular version of the set, the non-chrome version, had Allen and Ginter mini cards in 2008. In the chrome version, they built them into the set itself. So you can see me reflected there in Batista. So they're not minis, which is unfortunate because I'm a big mini fiend. I think I like my mini Ginter cards and T205 cards more than I like wrestling these days, but they're in here too. So, Roddy Piper. Checklist. Another Snitsky and a Mark Henry in the first pack. These packs are tough to open. The cool part about this set is it has a lot of legends, divas, and other wrestlers in here. For example, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, with the money belt. Ironically enough, that's being used by his son these days. Another guy with a son in wrestling is Cowboy Bob Orton. It's a familiar pose if you know Randy Orton's poses. Lance Cade, a little old school action, but he's not a legend. He's just a guy who's still in there. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I'll give you a big thumbs up there. Kurt Hawkins. 2 packs down, 22 to go. 4-minute intro. Wow, this could be a long video or 2. Could be even longer if I can't open these packs. It's all about the game. Triple H. Not the best crop there. The 1980 Topps baseball design. The backs I like a lot on the chrome. On the regular cards where the cardboard is gray, it's not real attractive, but on the chromes they look pretty good. Umaga. How about a Rey Mysterio? Oops, dropped it. Rey Mysterio Ginter refractor. Nice open color design there. Another one of the legends, Bam Bam Bigelow. And right, ironically, he's a wrestling Kamala, the Ugandan giant. A little Victoria. Next pack. Zack Ryder. Another card I can live without. The Miz. He is awful. How about a JBL X-Fractor? Or how about a Ric Flair? Last card in the pack, Shelton Benjamin. Now this set is a couple years old, so a lot of these guys are no longer with WWE. A lot of their gimmicks have changed, things like that. But, you know, there's only a handful of wrestling sets each year, so it's a fun rip when you can find them for a good price. I got this box for less than $1 a pack, so less than 24 bucks. How about Dusty Rhodes? A little 87 Topps Chrome action there. The autograph checklist is relatively deep in this set. It's not as deep as other videos, or I mean other brands, other sets. Rocky Johnson, father of The Rock, WWE Hall of Famer. John Cena, Ginter. Jeff Hardy, William Regal. But the autographs are sticker autographs on a chrome surface, which is not ideal, but you know, wrestlers are basically, unlike a lot of other athletes, are traveling every week of the year on the road 4 out of 5 days, or 4 out of 7 days a week. So sticker autographs in wrestling make a little more sense than some other sports. Here's one for cardboard icons. The Iron Sheik. There's a humble joke in there or something, somewhere or something. How about the Undertaker? MVP Festus and Candace. Next pack. Kenny Dykstra, no relation to Lenny. Mr. Kennedy, no relation to Mr. Anderson. How about Chief J Strongbow, if you know your old school wrestling? Another Rey Mysterio and a Kamala. Next pack. Little Ashley Massaro. Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Bad Street, in the whole USA. How about the Fabulous Freebirds? I was at a vintage shop the other day and they actually had the Freebirds Bad Street record in a bin. I thought about it. But for 15 bucks it cost, you know, almost as much as my box. Couldn't do it. How about Kamala, Refractor? Superfly Snuka and a Maria. Next pack. Here's one for Tracy Hackler and all the other Texas wrestling fans. How about some Bruiser Brody? Crazy guy. Batista, Roddy Piper, John Morrison, and Snitsky again. It's a relatively small base set, so you should get a decent number of dupes if you can open the packs. In fact, here's the checklist. It's exactly 100 cards. That includes the Ginters. So, how about the Brain Busters, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, a.k.a. half of the Four Horsemen. Mark Henry. Here's John Cena's base card. How about Sergeant Slaughter for all you maggots out there? Dropped that pack. Twice. Fumble. Next pack, I'm almost halfway through the box. Now this is a fun combination. Top of the pack, Undertaker. Next in pack, Hornswoggle. Can't top that, can you? How about Triple H's Ginter card? Alright, 12th pack in. Let's see if we get an autograph in the first half of the box. If not, you'll probably get it in part 2 of this video, because if you're going to watch, you're going to be dedicated here, because it's not going to make a 10-minute time limit. Chris Jericho, Chuck Palumbo. How about gorgeous Jimmy Garvin for you old school wrestling fans? And let's see, Matt Hardy and half of the Blontourage, Kelly. So that's part 1, half of this box. Stay tuned for the next half on the YouTube account.